What it do? Say cheesers, YouTubers, family and friends. I know it's been a long time. I've been meaning to make a video. When I moved to Indianapolis, which was like 7 months ago, a lot of people told me that they never even watched the video. They just watched a couple of minutes of it and they knew that Say Cheese was moving for a little bit. And so, just catch y'all up on everything, my life, my journey. It's been a long journey. It's been a long 7 months since I left Maryland, and it's been very, very challenging, personally, business-wise, and yeah, but so many other things. Kids, family. So a lot of things has happened. I noticed a lot of people from Maryland. I think one of the biggest things that kind of let me down, that had me down, and has been having me down, is a lot of followers that I had on Instagram from Maryland. People are like are unfriending me and they're not following me anymore because they don't feel like Say Cheese is coming back to Maryland, when I have every means and every intention on returning Say Cheese to Maryland, however that may be. And so, you know, everybody knows that Say Cheese is was my dream word, to be big, successful, 200 trucks, restaurants, and there's a lot of you all out there. I only got 33 followers, but a lot of people will watch this video, and they, you know, Say Cheese is, I've worked hard to keep Say Cheese, keep it running. Went through a lot of employees. My partner left. And so it's just a lot that's been going on. And then since I've arrived here in Indianapolis, I've had to move like twice. And the landlord sold a house up under us, and at one point we're supposed to be packing up our stuff and leaving. The next point he's telling me and my cousin that we're good, gave us a free month's rent, then we had to end up moving. And so when I moved to Indianapolis, I didn't have a place. Me and my cousin, we agreed that we was gonna get a place. He was trying to move out of his place or whatever. I left Maryland with all my stuff, food truck, big U-Haul with all my equipment and stuff in it, clothes, and I moved down here. The next day, I called, made a phone call. This guy had the house for rent. Moved in the next day. It just happened just like that. And so yeah, moved down here, and well, maybe it wasn't the next day, but it was a couple other days, but I had to keep my truck and stuff somewhere. So I moved everything down here, moved everything into the house, and then moved everything out of the house into a storage unit. And then from the storage unit, I had to chill for a whole week, because housing, people aren't moving out of their houses. So people were telling us we was losing deposits, putting $500 deposits down on places, and we're losing it because you have a certain time period to get a place. But these places, these companies, they weren't calling us back. So they were trying to get the tenants out. They wouldn't leave. They didn't have to because of COVID or whatever. So we had to wait a week before we moved. So I had to move like 3 times since I've been here in Indianapolis. That has been troublesome in itself. Just a lot of things that I imagined just didn't turn out. One of my a good friend of mine, still a good friend of mine, young cat I kind of raised. I just imagined him and his brother helping me out, and you know, they got families of their own, they got kids now, they're not young anymore, so, you know, they weren't able to be that team, though, that partnership that I needed. And I've came to the conclusion that I cannot run this truck by myself, and you just you need help in business. You just can't do it. Not this type of business. Now, if I would have picked a different type of business, yeah, possibly could have swung things a little different. So during these 7 months, I've been up and down, you know. drinking, smoking, all the things that I got away from when I was in Maryland. And it's just been an up and down roller coaster since I've been here. And so I started having to let things go, drinking obsessively, and drinking until I'm drunk, smoking weed. I had to tone those things out, tone them down, and quit. And as I was doing those things, I couldn't make a video. I couldn't make a YouTube video because I was just like, I'm not even, who am I? Just down on myself. And so I apologize to all my followers, Say Cheese fans, and to everybody in Maryland. It's when I woke up this morning, and I woke up many mornings, and I imagined Say Cheese, me having a spot in Maryland, even if it's not the food truck, even if I just take the food truck down there, I still want Say Cheese to be everywhere. I want it to be worldwide. And being back home, I call Indianapolis, Maryland is my home as well, and Detroit is my home. I go any of those places, I feel at home. I'm familiar with people, places, locations. I can get around. So when I come back home to Indianapolis, a lot of the things that I got away from, that I was trying to get away from living here, I didn't realize the in-depth, like what this city, what Indianapolis, its strengths, its weaknesses. And I haven't, living in Montgomery County and in DC, I was bougie. It's not like living in the inner city. And I don't live in the inner city, but I operate the food truck in the inner city, 38th and Keystone in Indianapolis, Indiana. And different type of people. I don't know if I would have started a business here if it would have been grilled cheese. And that's just, those are the things that I've been